Hello YouTube, this is Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria. So, let's start with the good news. For the first time since I've been here, which is a week, power lasted through the night. Actually, this is the first time in quite a while that power lasted through the night. Well, I'm going to attribute it to two things. One, the LG cam, even though we're not getting full capacity out of the LG cam, but definitely my Nissan Leafs. So, with the BMS, it's amazing. You know, I always assumed you could get away with not having a BMS, and I guess people who have really large battery banks can do that. For those of us with very small battery banks, a BMS is necessary. With large battery banks, you don't need to charge the cells to full, and you don't need to discharge them to full. With a small battery bank, we need all the capacity we can use. So what this BMS allowed me to do was top balance the batteries. I was able to take them from, you know, let me backtrack. I've woken up some mornings and seen these things 2 volts, 2.3, 2.4 volts, and they were self-discharging. It didn't matter what I did, they just would self-discharge. They never held charge. They would charge very quickly and they would discharge just as quickly. And when you looked across the cells, the voltage differences were just absurd. So what I did is I put the BMS in, and then I kept the same voltage limits, and now I'm able to charge all the cells to above 4 volts. In fact, the objective today is to balance charge them to 4.10 volts. So the Nissan Leaf took me through the night. Now I'm reading from GOG. Going Off Grid is a YouTuber out of Canada, and he has this LG cam batteries. He suggested I charge them to 67.2 volts, which is 4.25 volts per cell. Well, this inverter, first of all, there is a variance in voltage between what the actual voltage is and what the inverter says the voltage is of a full volt. So it powers down at 60 volts. If I charge this to 67 volts, I will not have power from my LG cam for a long time using this inverter. So come January, I'll get an inverter that will allow me to go to 60 somewhat volts, maybe 64, 65 volts, and then we'll charge the LG cam to that. So right now, most of my capacity is coming from my Nissan Leaf, and when the LG cam starts to discharge, the Nissan Leaf keeps, charges it. So this way we never fall below that voltage threshold. So all through the night, we started at about 55 volts last night. I ran the fan, I didn't run the fridge, I didn't run the freezer, and I woke up this morning at about 5 a.m. and the batteries were still at 52 volts, which is pretty impressive. 52 volts. I have not seen that number in God knows how long. So, am I having success? The answer is definitely yes. As we increase the battery bank and charge these batteries properly, we can get a whole lot more out of it. So if you have any, I thank all of you that made comments, I thank all of you that gave suggestions. We'll continue to refine it till we get it to where we want it to be. Thank you for watching. This is Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them below. Suggestions, just like everyone else has made, write the suggestions or post them. And if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up.